Shalom Bruchim Habaim. Welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about Hebrew tattoos. Why? Well, there are some great Hebrew tattoos. A lot of people like the aesthetic, and some people just do not know what the rules are for a Hebrew tattoo. So we are going to talk about this, and if you stay until the end, I will also tell you why I have not gotten a Hebrew tattoo yet. Okay, let's start. In this video, we're going to talk about Judaism and tattoos, tattoos after 7 October 2023, what tattoos are popular in Israel. We talk about tattoo car crashes by non-Israelis and how to avoid number 4. And then at the end, what I promised you, I will tell you why I have not gotten a tattoo yet. So, since 7 October 2023, tattoos are everywhere in Israel. Hold on. I mean, tattoos, isn't that forbidden for Jews? Well, the short answer is yes. Because in the Bible it says, do not incise any marks on yourselves. But why? Is it to reject pagan mourning, to reject slavery marks, or maybe both? Well, it's not exactly clear, but that discussion has been going on for centuries. But after the 7th of October, something shifted in Israel. So, generally speaking, in Judaism, it is like this. So, in Orthodox Judaism, there is no way you can discuss this. There are no tattoos, period. Conservative and reform are more nuanced. And no, a tattoo won't bar you from a Jewish cemetery. It's really not true. Okay, what shifted in Israel after the 7th of October regarding tattoos? So, after 7th of October, there was basically a wave of tattoos, especially among younger Israelis. And the question is, why? What happened? I mean, we know what happened, but why would that lead to more tattoos? Well, tattoos are also a way to express grief, identity, and resilience because tattoos can also be considered as healing. They are not just ink, they're a way to process trauma, to say, I'm still here, to remember the lost, and to feel connected. And this is something I totally understand. As I said, I will tell you at the end. So, which kind of tattoos are popular in Israel? Well, we have Chai, life, Ahava, love, the sentence Am Israel Chai, the people of Israel live, and we have symbols like the Star of David and the Hamsa. So this is very traditional, nothing changed here really. But the phrase, we will not forget and we will not forgive, that actually, I think, has not been seen before that attack. And the sentence is, Lo nishkach velo nislach. Here with Nikud, just for you guys to read. Yeah, so I mean, those of you who have been knowing me for a while, you guys know that I really emphasize reading and writing without Nikud because Hebrew is a full system. And if you take a shortcut, it's gonna backfire on you immensely. And if you learn the Hebrew patterns, so not only the reading and writing, but also, I mean, even in the reading and writing, you already learned a couple of rules why things are pronounced like this and not like that, which means for these certain things you do not need Nikud because you have just learned the rules. However, if you learn Hebrew as a whole, it is all about patterns. And if you know the patterns, you do not need Nikud. So, talking about reading and writing, I offer a free reading and writing course where I teach you all the letters. I teach you how to read with Nikud, without Nikud. And at the end of the course, we read a short story together. So maybe you want to take that course before you even consider a tattoo so that you get at least the basics right. I leave you the link to my website where you find the course actually in 4 languages. I mean, this video here is in English, but the course is available in 4 languages. You can choose your preferred language. And well, I just hope that this will prevent you from a major Hebrew tattoo car crash. So every time I see a tattoo on somebody's forearm, well, that's mostly the case. You know, like I told you a while ago in a coffee shop, I was just like, what is written there? Okay, so I see people's forearms and I try to read what's written there. Try to. Sometimes it's not possible because I really don't get it. Um, but when I see it with Nikud, this is to me like imagine you go to Asia and you see somebody with a tattoo in Latin letters, but he needed to also tattoo the lines to write straight or something like this. You know what I'm saying? This is so off. This is so preschool. It has such a preschool thing to me. um, yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. So, with this, we come here to the next point, what to consider when you get a tattoo. So, if you need further explanations on that sentence and you want to know what is the verb, what is the root, and how did we come to that kind of construction, or why is the verb like that, go to my blog post. There, I have a very brief post where I explain the grammar of that sentence. I'm not going to do this in this video because we are now talking about Hebrew tattoos abroad. Non-Hebrew speakers love the aesthetic, but let me tell you one thing. Before you get a tattoo, you have to decide if you're getting the tattoo in biblical or modern Hebrew, or what could be the third? Well, some weird made-up word that made its way into the mix. Oh yeah, we will also see some examples of bad tattoos. So when things go sideways, they go sideways fast. I mean, wow. I will give you examples now. There is a website called Bad Hebrew where you learn not only bad Hebrew tattoos, also the explanation to it. And that's what I really like about that page. It's actually quite old, but it's still very entertaining. So let's look at one here. Okay. When you have a vertical tattoo, that means a vertical text, the first letter is on top, right? Right. Well, that's the same in Hebrew, but not here. You see, the first letter she has below, but it should be on top because that person totally forgot or didn't know. We read from right to left. So if you write a sentence from left to right, then your left first letter is on top. If you write from right to left, your first letter is on the very right and goes to the top. Okay, so that was that. And then Ahava, love, that's a statue in Israel. And well, we see it here clearly. This is hey, ahava. And you can see where they actually, the separation is, right? In that letter. I made that circle around, and now you see here somebody who put that on, okay, let's say somewhere on their body. Um, and here you can see it's not separated. It could be Achvat or Achvach. I am not even sure if the lower one is supposed to be Het or Tet. Well, they thought it's Hey. They didn't really get it. What they are missing is that fine line that you see here on the left, where actually it is made clear that this is Hey, but not in the tattoo. So these are things like, oh man, yeah. If you think you have everything right, well, double check, please, or just get a new tattoo over it. Okay, so what I want to say is if Hebrew matters to you, please learn the basics. It's not just a font, it's a language, a story, and it has a soul. Yes. So We have come to the end, and I promised you that I will tell you why I have not gotten a Hebrew tattoo yet. So, this yet is already indicating that I might be changing my mind in the future. However, at this point, I do not think so. And the Hebrew tattoo I would love to get is the sentence I have shown you before. We will not forget, we will not forgive. Yeah, that's the one that I would love to have on my forearm. But most of you might have heard about that scandal in Australia where two nurses actually openly admitted if they knew that one of their patients was Jewish, they might not assist that person. They might refuse that person medical help. And it shook me to the bones, to be honest. And fact is, a lot of people these days from the community are afraid of going to the doctor or anywhere where you have to expose yourself and might have to show what you have written somewhere on your body, and that might show at least a connection to Judaism. I mean, I'm also not going anywhere with my Magen David. The Magen David currently is well hidden in my place. I'm not exposing it. And that story about the Australian nurses completely stopped all that process that I had in my head. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Um, and that's when I thought, oh man, I had not thought about that. And yeah, I currently cannot think about changing my mind on that. I mean, maybe I will, but that never crossed my mind before that in an emergency, the first responder might be anti Semitic and just let me die. Only because of a Hebrew tattoo. So, yeah, that's the world we're living in. Yeah, what should I say? Yeah, I have nothing to add to that. So, that's the reason. Okay, guys, that was it. I also leave you below the link not only to the course, but also to my blog post where I explain that sentence, how you come to that verb form, and what that verb form is actually telling you. So people who have taken my verb course, they see it immediately. And if you're just interested in knowing why and you're not ready yet to take the course, no problem. And with this, I'm leaving you. Shavua Tov, and I will talk to you next week.